this hair. So I have almost reached the point in my hair journey where I want to take it to the big chop. I'm about to take it to the chop shop. And I've worked a long time to get my hair to this length because if you look at it from the back, it's like it's almost touching my ass. It goes all the way down my back. And I love it and I hate it. It's a love hate relationship. Like, I lose so much hair. I can never commit a crime. Not only because I couldn't handle jail, I can't. Like, let me tell you how much I would be able to handle jail. I was locked in a bathroom one time, like, the door was shut, and just the thought of being not able to exit somewhere I entered sent me into a full blown, like, spiral panic attack. So, just, I have never wanted anything. I've never wanted anything enough in life to risk my freedom. Like, I'm only not a criminal because I know that I'm not made for jail. Not because I feel like, you know, law abiding citizens are better, but there's nothing that I'm going to risk my freedom for. Like, I wouldn't be able, I know I wouldn't be able to handle jail. Like, I mean, sure. Could I adapt to it if I needed to? Absolutely. But why I put myself in that position, you know? And so many people do things that land them in jail and they, and then they cry like, oh my God, I can't do it. I know I'm not built for jail. I know I'm not. And this is another reason why I couldn't. Because any crime I commit, I would be caught immediately. I would be caught the same day. Because of this right here. My roots are really bad. And I'm probably not going to get my hair done anytime soon. One, because I like to let it grow out a little just because my hair is really expensive to get done. So when I go to the hair salon, I spend about $800 in the hair salon, like between $600 and $800, depending on if I'm switching it up, depending on what I'm doing with my hair. I usually walk away spending between $600 and $800 in the hair salon. So it ends up being it ends up usually being like a quarterly thing for me. Like, I'm not worried about roots showing. And that's another thing. My hair grows really fast. Like, I got my hair done in the beginning of April. So May, June, July. So this is about 3 months of growth, just that. And yeah, it's crazy to me. You like my hair? Thank you. Yeah, so I don't mind the root showing because the hair, like the color, is holding, but it's expensive, and I'll be in the hair salon all day. Like, if I were to go like tomorrow and get my hair done, so my appointment would be at 12, and I would walk out of there at 8. And, if you've seen my videos, I have health issues. It's hard for me to sit in a salon chair all day. Like, I mean, of course, the end result is worth it. I love the way my hair looks. I love it. But I am just to the point where it's just getting aggravating because most of the time I wear it up. Like, I have this long, beautiful hair, and most of the time I wear it up. Well, a lot of times in the summer, it's just too hot. And when I'm hot, the first thing I want to do is put my hair in a bun. And I'm just shedding so much, and it drives me crazy. So I think I'm gonna let go of some length. So maybe I might let go of about that much length. I usually get rid of about this much, but I think I'm gonna go. Jackass, who's a jackass? Yeah, it has faded nicely. Like I said, it's been a few months, but the color is holding. It's just a lot to do, and it's just hard for me to do it, and I don't have the ability to do such things. Like, I know what's within my wheelhouse, and hair is not one of those things. Like, I tried to cut my hair one time, and then I went to a salon to get it fixed a few months later, and they're like, why? It's uneven. I was like, listen, we ain't got to talk about that. Just like fix it and make it right. But yeah, I could never commit a crime because all of this, I would be caught immediately. I'd be like, yep, we got her. We got her. So I was gonna get it done before I went back down south, but then I wanted like vacation money, and vacations are expensive. So I was like, yeah, because the things the things that I like to do just happen to be expensive. You know, we all have expensive habits. Like if you really enjoy doing certain things and things that are costly, of course it's going to cost you money. Like, you know, my hair is one of the things I like to do. My nails, which I don't have done right now. Piercings, you know, I like to switch up my jewelry. This is the newest one I got, my Medusa. And then of course tattoos. So this one is finished. So this is my one of most recent ones. So this is my Plague Doctor, and this is like the male version. And then on the right side, this is going to be a female version of the Plague Doctor. But yeah, I'm waiting on that right now. I think I have a picture on here of what it's actually going to look like. So um I I just do what speaks to me. Like people will be like, you know, what inspired this tattoo? And I just listen to my intuition. I'll like get this idea in my head, and then before you know it, I have a new tattoo. And my tattoo artist is like, I we have a good, you know, tattoo artist client relationship, because I will just come to him with like the craziest of ideas, and he will bring them to fruition. Okay, so here is the one. This is the one that I just finished. And so they're both supposed to be like, you know, plague doctors, but like the stained glass. I really like the idea of plague doctors. So this is how she's going to look. This is how she's going to look. Well, what? Who's a whale? Well, goodbye. I don't understand why people come on the internet to be mean. Like, you can just like, you can just go on about your way. Nobody's asking you to be here, right? So you can either just say something like cool, or you don't have to speak at all. Like you can just go. You can go. Like I just don't understand why people try to be negative to people who have done absolutely nothing to them. But again, so when people are negative, I just take their negativity and transmute it into positivity. Matter of fact, let me put my crown on. This is like, well, goodbye. Okay, so yes, now I have my crown and my little scepter. So I just tend to ignore comments like that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. But at the moment, I'm just unfortunately I'm falling back from all the things that I love, just because I am working on also my health, you know, the health issues that I have. I'm having surgery in September. So kind of everything is like on the back burner right now, because, you know, I feel like I'll be able to better enjoy the things I want to do if I'm more healthy. So that's just what I'm working on right now. I'm working on being more healthy and fuck everything else. And another thing that I'm working on, which I could have sworn that, you know, this wasn't a problem for me anymore, but I'm not always the most self-aware. I took a screenshot of something last night, and it was like, it's like, might fuck around and have boundaries, and instead of being quiet and then ending up feeling resentful. And I'm like, wow, like called out, because I I try not to let things bother me. And, you know, I try to be the type of person that can brush anything off and just be as unbothered as possible. But I'm still a human being. I still have feelings. I still have emotions. And if my intuition is telling me something is not right, or I should speak up in the moment, that's not something that I should ignore just, you know, for the sake of keeping the peace. And, you know, sometimes in order to have peace, you have to start a war. Well, that's where I find myself at, where it's like, I noticed that I have kept silent in moments where I should speak up about something, because I'm trying to convince myself in my mind that it doesn't bother me. but I know it does. So if something bothers me, or if somebody is treating me in a way which I know does not align with who I know myself to be and the worth that I know that I am worthy of, then I just have to like speak up in that moment. And I thought that I had gotten past that because I won't say that my mom swears I love confrontation. She swears that I just love to start stuff with people. And I really don't. Like, it's nothing for me to like have a confrontation like with a stranger or somebody. But excuse me, if it's somebody that I am invested in, or it's a friendship, or someone that I have an emotional investment with, it becomes a lot harder for me to speak up. And so a good example, so when I was down with my friend that I just cut off, she was arguing with her boyfriend, and their relationship is so toxic that they have each other blocked. And so she's like, well, can you text him from your phone and say XYZ and such? And I just immediately felt this energy of, I knew it wasn't right. Like, my intuition was telling me not to do it, but I did it anyway. I did it, and I was like, and I did it, I guess, in the moment to keep the peace, because she was already, she's already high strung, she's already freaking out. And, in that moment, I let her stomp over any boundaries that I had. And like, I just feel it. You can feel in your body when something isn't right. Like, it's just like this feeling that I get like right here in my chest. And I did not want to do it. It's just like my intuition, like the voice in my head is like, tell that bitch no, like tell her no. But it was, we were going out. It was one of our last nights together. We're going out to have a drink or whatever. And then it just made me realize that the whole time I was there, that I do not align with the person that she is. I thought that after seeing her for the first time in 5 years, that maybe it would bring us closer together. And instead, it pulled us further apart. And, I ended up, after I got back home, I ended up blocking her with no explanation, because, and that's the thing, is like, I end up feeling resentful because in those moments where I should be expressing boundaries, I'm not doing it. And that's on me. Like, I can't blame anybody for that but myself. Let me see if I took a screenshot of that actually. But it just reminded me, because I don't like confrontation. Like, I can be confrontational if I need to be. But there's a difference between confrontation and having an uncomfortable conversation. And having uncomfortable conversations are things I don't like to do. Okay, this is it. Might fuck around and set some boundaries instead of staying quiet and becoming resentful. I don't know, could be cute. And I saw that, and it just made me realize that I feel resentful to her for things that she made me feel that I didn't speak up about, and that's entirely my fault. And this is, I don't know how to navigate relationships because I don't really have any. I feel like I never learned how to. I remember when I was like 18 and in a relationship with this guy, and for months and months and months, I would hold in like hurtful things that he said to me, because I couldn't just open my mouth and say, hey, what you said hurt me. And it's not because opening my mouth and speaking about it is hard, but it's because I always end up being around people who I know aren't going to be receptive to it. And that's the problem. It's like I end up being quiet when I should open my mouth, because I know the people that I am going to say, hey, I have a problem with something you did, how you treated me, how you make me feel, because I know they're not going to be receptive to it. But again, it's not on me to manage other people's emotions. Like, it's not on me how you react to something I said. And I feel like I always end up around people who, like, for instance, if I tell you something you did that made me upset, right? Instead of us addressing that topic, suddenly it becomes, well, you did this to me and you made me feel like this. And the appropriate time to bring that up is literally any time except for right now. It's like I feel like people bring up stuff you did to upset them when you're bringing up something they did to upset you. So then it becomes this battle, this back and forth, this tit for tat, because people can't accept accountability when somebody comes to them and says, hey, something you did hurt me, or I didn't like how it felt when you did XYZ. And then I end up blowing up relationships and friendships and just getting to a point that it's like the straw broke the camel's back. Well, instead of getting to the point where your back is broken, you need to lighten the load before it ever gets there. And this is something that I am still having to learn to this day, is to learn how to speak up. And the only reason I don't, like I say, is because I know then it becomes a battle. It can never just be, hey, you did something that made me upset. Can we talk about that? Then it becomes, well, you did this to me and you made me feel like XYZ. And like I said, the appropriate time to bring that up is literally any time except for when I'm telling you something you did to me. Like, that's not the appropriate time to talk about it. And it just ends up, and I feel like this is like a trauma response for me, because I've been with so many people in relationships and friendships where they are just not receptive to you telling them that they did something wrong. So then it's like you feel forced to keep the status quo and to be the peacekeeper, when really you feel turbulent on the inside because this person has stomped over your boundaries that they don't even know exist. And I am not officially on the spectrum, but I feel like if I were to be tested, I would be, and what made me realize it is that both of my children are autistic. And my youngest son, Shane, how he was when he was a toddler, like that's how I was throughout my entire childhood, being overstimulated. I do still have a lot of sensory issues, and this is one of those. But I'm getting to a point where now it's like I can feel it in my body when someone isn't right for me, and it's not right of me to ignore my intuition just to keep the status quo, just to keep somebody else happy. When you're doing things to keep other people happy, that leaves you at a deficit. Like how I'm doing things to leave you happy, but I'm not happy. And so I blew up a whole friendship because I feel like these, I guess the word for it was like these little microaggressions. Nothing that was too serious, but shit that it was serious to me. Like I talked about the other day, like when my friend or ex-friend told me, she's like, oh well, when you finally decide to move down here with me, they have a now hiring sign up that's right there, so you can come down here and get a job. And I'm like, I have spent the past 2 years battling to get disability, and I just now got disability. And so for me, it's deeper than you saying, well, you can just get a job. It's more like you saying either you don't believe that I'm actually disabled, or you don't believe it's as serious as it is. It's like if I see somebody in a full body cast and I'm like, hey, go out there and get a job. That was the equivalent of what it was like to me. And I'm sure in her mind, she has no idea why I cut her off. And, to be honest, I only started talking to her again because I knew I was going to be in town, and I thought maybe, this is a good opportunity for us to catch up. And I was wrong. You know, she ended up being totally male centered. I felt like a redheaded stepchild compared to, these men that she would have over. And when she had a man over, it's a 5-star meal, but when it's just the two of us, it's Fruity Pebbles for dinner. And it's like you go out of your way to put men on a pedestal, and then I end up feeling like I'm just not shit compared to them. But again, did I say anything? No. And then I ended up battling with myself and arguing with myself about Like, oh, well, I'm making excuses for other people when there ain't no excuse for them. There is no excuse. And, I tend to treat people very well. And one thing that I always have to constantly remind myself is everybody is not you. Everybody is not going to treat people the way you do. They're not going to behave the way that you do. Add a Q&A sticker. Favorite type, and I don't want to do that. Favorite type of pickle. Okay, get out of my face. Goodbye. I don't know how to get this off of here. Okay. Because I feel like this is right in my face. Okay, so how do we get off of here? Share with my audience. No. Anyway, I don't know how to get off here. Hold on.